What is going on, guys? Today we got chapter 950 of One Piece, and it was pretty good to say the least. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, yeah, let's just get right into the review. I didn't do a live read or whatever this time since it wasn't 6 in the morning. Let me know if that is what you guys prefer, though. Maybe I will end up doing that. Didn't really get too much response on the last video, so gonna just do the normal review here. First thing first, okay? Kid is a complete animal. I am super excited to see more of Kid finally. He's just a badass, right? I mean, the whole effect of him talking to Luffy while creating his metal hand was pretty cool. I like that a lot. He seems to be very pissed off and wants to go save the rest of his crew. I want to find out a lot more about the whole killer situation, and I'm sure we will get into that. But yeah, Kid is super awesome so far. Really, really want to see more from him. Something I do have to bring up, though. Okay, so for over a year now, since I made the supernova video, the ranking of the supernovas, I have constantly gotten comments about people being pissed where I place Kid on that list, which is actually fair because I now believe he is significantly more powerful than I estimated there. However, the main point that people were upset about is me making the statement that all his devil fruit really is doing is him creating a giant metal hand, such as he has done right here, right? Okay, now, yes, I understand what his devil fruit is, even though it's not, like, technically confirmed. He has something to do with magnetism. I understand that. I get that his devil fruit is not literally just the ability to make a giant metal hand. Obviously, okay? But what I'm saying is that is all we have seen him do. Maybe he is like Magneto. I don't know. He hasn't shown to do anything like that. So, as far as I can tell, all he can do is make a giant metal hand. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. I know that he has more to it. It's magnetism, but that's all he's doing with it so far. So, okay, I don't really know what the capabilities of his devil fruits are. Just thought I should mention that since he made another hand in this chapter. So, had to get that out there for sure. Another really awesome thing that happened in this chapter was Luffy making fun of Momo. I actually laughed out loud at that moment. Just, it was awesome. I mean, he's like complimenting Luffy, saying he's so amazing and that he could never do something like that. Luffy's just like, man, you really are fucking worthless, aren't you? It was so awesome. I love that part for sure. Something really cool this chapter is we're getting to actually see more about Ashura, and at least as far as I can tell, why he seems to be so bitter, why he was not exactly just totally with them at first, which is kind of weird because in this backstory we are now seeing he actually is totally like on their side. He's like, guys, we cannot just go in there. We have to wait the 20 years. We gotta wait 10 more years for this shit. However, just watching all his comrades die, since for whatever reason they have to wait exactly 20 years, I can understand why that would make him grow to be quite bitter and pessimistic towards skeptical of the situation, is what I should say. So that was really cool to see. It's awesome to see he was crying. He had some real character for sure. And that leads me into the next point, is this 20 years shit that's going on. Clearly there is something going on there. It's like, well, why did it have to be exactly 20 years? What's going on with that? The logical answer, and what I'm assuming it probably is Luffy, right? Luffy is like 19 or 20 years old at this point, and this is when he shows up in Wano. If Luffy isn't here, they're probably not going to be able to defeat Kaido. So I think that the most logical thing is the reason that it had to be 20 years is because that's the only time they could defeat Kaido is when Luffy shows up. Now, how she would have known this, Toki or whatever her name was, Momo's mom, right? Okay. How she would have been able to know this, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fruit. Maybe she can see the future to some extent, which so can hockey users sometimes. But whatever. I'm sure that she realized that Luffy was going to be coming at this time, and that's why it had to be 20 years. That's probably the answer. But it is also interesting. That could mean something else. It did seem like Kinemon was like, oh yeah, it's got to be for some reason, like something interesting is going to be revealed. So maybe it's not Luffy, maybe something cool is going to happen. I don't know. I'm really excited for that, but that's definitely worth noting, I believe. Hiyori finally does something, okay, for basically the first time in the story. And by she finally does something, I mean she didn't really do anything. But she shows a little bit of emotion, right? For the first time. The first emotion we see out of her that isn't just loving Zoro, I guess. So that's kind of cool. She's really pissed off at Orochi, and Zoro has taken note of that. So I'm sure he is going to give Orochi the ass beating he deserves. I am excited for that. And finally, the final panel of the chapter was so legendary. I'm super pumped. Law is... I don't know what Law's doing, actually. I really don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's a face that's just like he's pissed off and he wants to kill them all. It doesn't seem like that makes sense to me. So what exactly is this insane confidence for? Why is he smiling? Why does he look pretty happy, honestly? Like everything's going according to plan. Nothing is going according to his plan so far. He is in Sea Stone cuffs, and he's surrounded by other supernovas who have shown this arc to be quite powerful. So I don't really know what the deal is with Law, but him having that face must mean that something interesting is about to happen, so I'm super excited about it. After Dressrosa with Law just kind of getting shit on nonstop, I am really excited for him to finally, it looks like, come back to the character that he is supposed to be. He was, for a short period of time, basically before the final battle with Dofi, my favorite character in One Piece. So I am really hoping that he comes back and is awesome. I'm super excited to see some Law action. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't have any speculation as to what he's going to be doing here. It doesn't make any sense. Why would he be happy? Everything is going the complete opposite of his plan. He is a man that likes to do everything by the book. So I don't know. I have no idea what he's going to do, but I am super excited for it. I think it's going to be awesome. That's pretty much it, right? That's the chapter. That is the end. I think it was really good. I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10. That seems pretty fair. We got a lot of different points. No real action happened, so that's, I mean, Zoro did something, but it was pretty good. I don't think it was amazing, and it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. We got some new things that we are getting information about, some funny moments even, and the ending was awesome for sure. So I'm really excited for next chapter. Hopefully we get more on Law. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to check, the link to my Discord if you are not in there. It's super fun. Make sure to get in there. With that being said, I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day, a great start to your weekend, and I'll talk to you on Sunday.